Hello dear students. So we were studying lesson number 4 from Moments in the Kingdom of Fools, and till now we have discussed 6 or 7 paragraphs, and till now we came to know so many means 8 characters till now we came to know. So let's see what the characters are there. But before that, I just want to tell you, I just want to give you a small recap of this chapter, okay, till I have explained till now, okay. So first of all, this is a folk tale, means Kannada folk tale, and it is written by A.K. Ramanujan. So this is a story of a kingdom, and in that kingdom, 2 characters, the most character, king and minister, they both were fool. So what happened here? Kingdom means king and minister, they both had decided that they will change the rule of the nature, they change the rule of other thing, as means they did not want to follow what other kings were doing at that time. So they have changed, means the rule that day will be night, night will be day, they had changed. And according to that rule, the people, the citizen of that kingdom, they had to follow. If they will not follow, they were not following, so they would be punished by death, okay. So because of the fear, the people of that kingdom, they were just following that rule and regulations of the king. So one day what happened, a guru and his disciple entered that beautiful city, and they just wandered whole day, but they did not find anyone, and they did not find any shop open. They were surprised, and they wanted to know what is the reason that all the shops were closed and all the people are sleeping at the daytime. So at the evening time, they found that everybody was going for their work, and they were filled, and therefore business. So he just wanted to know what is there, means what's happening over there. So actually they were very hungry, so they went to purchase grocery, and they found that everything means different things they could purchase at the same cost, the same price, say single to do, okay. So they have purchased, and they were very delighted also, they were very happy at means when they cooked and they had eaten. So at that time the guru realized that this place is not safe for them, because this is the place of fools, means all people are living over there, means he had never heard any type of things means they could purchase at a single to do or at a same price, they had never heard. So because of that only he realized, and he said that now he is leaving this place, and he suggested to his disciple also, but disciple did not agree, and he said that he will not go anywhere, because whatever he wanted he was getting at a cheap cost, at a cheap price also, so he was not ready to leave. He was enjoying everything, bananas, rice, ghee, means everything he was just enjoying, and he became a very fat like a straight bull. So one day what happened, a thief broke the wall of rich merchants, because he just wanted to steal. So because of that, but what happened when he just came out with his loot, so suddenly he was killed because of the wall fallen on him. So his brother complained to the king, and the king summoned the rich merchant, and the rich merchant excuses that it was not his mistake, it was his bricklayer's mistake, because he made a very weak wall. So the king summoned the bricklayer was presented over in the palace of the king, and the bricklayer also gave his clarification, means when he was young, so he was constructing, means he was building his wall, means rich merchant's house. So at that time it is true that he made a very weak wall, very bad wall, but it was not his mistake, it was mistake of the dancing girl. When the dancing girl was coming and going, means coming up and down, when she was doing so, at that time the sound of the jingling of her anklets, it disturbed his concentration, it disturbed his mind, it distracted his mind. So because of that only he made a very weak wall. So now he said that it was not his mistake. So please, before going to kill a very innocent people, you should call that dancing girl and you should just find out the reality, just find out the truth, means what is truth. Then give punishment. Then again the king summoned the dancing girl. The dancing girl now became a very old. She came with a trembling, and when she came, so she said, yes, it is true that when she was very young, so she used to wear a anklet. So at that time, the sound of the jingling means anklet, it distracted the poor bricklayer, and because of that he made a very weak wall. So let's start that what happened next. Say it's a very interesting story. Till now we have read 8 characters. Okay, so from here we have to start. Now, it has fallen on a poor burglar and killed him. You have killed an innocent man. You will have to be punished. Now the king said to the dancing girl, because of you, you wore anklets and it made a sound, and because of the sound it distracted the poor bricklayer, and the poor bricklayer made a very bad wall, and the bad wall collapsed to that on his thief. So now it has fallen on a poor burglar and it killed him. So it is means only you are the responsible, because you have killed an innocent man. You will have to be punished. Means he explained each and everything, and he said that you are the people, means you are the responsible, that you have killed this poor burglar. She thought for a minute and said, my lord, wait, I know now why I was walking up and down that street. When the king said that you have killed and you are going to be punished, so at that time the dancing girl, who became a very old woman, who said that, yes, now I came to know why I was going up and down, again and again I was going up and down. Now I came to know why. What is the reason that I was just taking round of the street? I had given some gold to the goldsmith to make some jewelry for me. Another character is coming. Who is another character? Goldsmith. Okay, merchant, bricklayer, dancing girl and goldsmith. 4 characters. Here 4 characters are very, very important, and you will see that how they are correlating with each other. Okay, so now she thought for a minute and she said, wait, your highness, now I came to know that why I had given, means why I was going up and down in that street again and again, and why I made this, and why he was distracted. Now I came to know, because I went to that jewelry shop, that goldsmith. I had given something to make, means I had given some gold to the goldsmith to make some jewelry for me. Means here she agreed and she said that, yes, my lord, it is true that I was going up and down again and again, and because of that it distracted the mind of the bricklayer. But what is the reason why I was going up and down? Now I came to know, because I had given some gold to make some jewelry. I had given some gold to the goldsmith to make some jewelry, and the goldsmith, what the goldsmith was doing with me? He was a lazy scoundrel. He was a lazy scoundrel, means he was not, means as he said that, yes, after 10 minutes you can come and you can collect it, you can take it from me. Then I went, then again that he was very lazy. And again he said, after 30 minutes, please come and take it. I'll give it to you. And again I went, and again I did not get. And again he said that after 1 hour, after 30 minutes, after 15 minutes, after 20 minutes, come and take it. So in this way I was going up and down in that street, and it distracted the mind of the bricklayer. So he made so many excuses, said he would give it now and he would give it then, and so on all day. Means whole day he was just calling me, just like, come after 10 minutes, after 20 minutes, after 15 minutes, after 30 minutes. So I was going up and down, but he did not give. So because of that only I was going up and down, and it distracted the mind of the bricklayer because of the sound which was just made, which was just produced by my anklet. He made me walk up and down to his house a dozen times. And only Goldsmith made her to walk up and down dozen times. Only the Goldsmith. That was when this bricklayer saw me. It is not my fault, my lord. It is the damn Goldsmith's fault. Okay, I agree. I was going up and down, but it was not my fault. Only Goldsmith called me dozen times. So I went over there and came. Means come and down. Means I was just going and down. Means coming out down. So it was not my fault that when I was going and when I was coming. So it was not my fault. It was fault of Goldsmith. She did not blame to that bricklayer that it was his fault, not my fault. Why he was looking at me? Why he was not concentrating? She did not blame to him. She blamed to Goldsmith. Because of Goldsmith, she was just making round of that street. Okay, poor thing. She is absolutely right, thought the king. Weighing the evidence, we have got the real culprit at last. Get the Goldsmith wherever he is hiding at once. See, the things are going different way. When she explained, when she described, when she had given her clarification that it was not her fault, it was the fault of Goldsmith. So now the king said, yes, she is absolutely right. She is not culprit. She is not guilty. She is absolutely right. And he was just weighing evidence. Weighing evidence means what? He was just trying to find out the truth. Means what is right and what is wrong. So what he said? Now we have got the real culprit at last. Means finally they got the real culprit. Get the Goldsmith wherever he is hiding at once. Now he just called his soldiers, and he said that just go and call that Goldsmith, catch him and bring him before me. The king's bailiffs searched for the Goldsmith, who was hiding in a corner of his shop. When he heard the accusation against him, he had his own story to tell. See, now we will get another story from Goldsmith. Okay. So bailiff means soldiers, means at that time. When he called his bailiff means soldiers, go and catch him and bring him before me. So they went. The bailiff went to the Goldsmith's shop. And where they found means, what they found, bailiffs found means, he was hiding himself. Who was hiding? Goldsmith was hiding himself where? In the corner of the shop only. He was not trying to run anywhere. He was just trying to hide himself in the corner of the shop only. So when he heard the accusation means, when he heard about the thing means what happened, why he was called, why he was summoned. So now he had his own story to tell to the king. So let's see that what he told a story. My lord, he said, I am a poor goldsmith. It's true, I made this dancer come many times to my door. He started his story. Yes, my lord, I'm very poor man. I'm very poor man, I'm very noble man. Yes, and I agree also that I myself called her dozen times in one day at my door. I agreed. I gave her excuses because I could not finish making her jewelry before I finished the rich merchant's orders. Actually, I could not finish her jewelry because I gave her excuses to come again and again because I could not finish making her jewelry before I finished the rich merchant's order. And who was the rich merchants? Whose wall was fallen on that day. Now see, merchant, bricklayer, then dancing girl, then goldsmith. See, the gold merchant blamed to bricklayer, bricklayer blamed to dancer, dancer blamed to goldsmith. Now goldsmith blamed to again rich merchant. Okay, so what he blamed? Actually, he blamed that rich merchant's order was not completed at that time, and at the same time he had not completed, means he had not finished, finished his jewelry to of dancing girl. So because of that only he had given so many excuses, and because of that only she had to come and she had to go at that day. So they had a wedding coming. They had a wedding coming, and they would not wait. Had how impassioned rich men are. Yes, it happens. He said that very well about a rich person. They know only one thing. According to this, they know only one thing, that they had to pay and they had to get. They had to pay and they had to get. So this was the main reason. Because of that, I was the person who was making jewelry, and I had not finished his order. Whose order? Rich merchants. And at the same time I had not finished the order of dancing girl. So because of that only, who is the main culprit here? According to the goldsmith said that only main reason is here, that rich merchant, he did not give me a lot of time to give him time for preparing the jewelry. So because of that only, he had no time, and they had paid and they had to take the money, because they had to take the jewelry because the wedding is just coming. So because of that only, they were just asking again and again to give me jewelry. So because of that only, I had given so many excuses, and the dancing girl was coming and going, coming and going. Okay, so and very well about the impatient rich men are, how they are very impatient. When they paid, so they want the things early, means very soon. Who is this rich merchant who kept you from finishing this poor woman's jewelry, made her walk up and down, which distracted this bricklayer, which made a mess of his wall, which has now fallen on an innocent man and killed him? Can you name him? Now the king was surprised. The king was surprised to listen all the things what goldsmith told him. Now he wanted to know the name of the rich man. Tell me who is the rich man who has given this order, and because of that only you have not finished her jewelry, and you had called her so many times, and because of that only she used to come and down, means she was just going, she was taking the round of that street. And because of that only, when she was going, the anklet means sound of her anklet, it made distracted the bricklayer, and the bricklayer was distracted and he built a very weak wall, and the weak wall was fallen on the thief who just went for burgling the rich merchants. Who is the rich merchant? Tell me. He just wanted to know. He was very curious to know about the name of the rich merchant. It is just correlate with the rich merchant, means why it is happening, why it is going to the rich merchant only. So just tell me who is the rich man? Who is the rich man? Can you name him? The goldsmith named the merchant, and he was none other than the original owner of the house whose wall had fallen. Now justice had come full circle, thought the king, back to the merchant. Now, after that, the goldsmith told the name of the goldsmith, means the name of the rich merchant, means who is that? Such and such. Rich merchant's name is such and such, that you have read in first or second paragraph. When he was called and the king asked to him that, what's your name? So he told that such and such. So he asked, when he told the rich merchant's name, he was none other than the person, rich merchant. Who is that? Miss, he is only that rich merchant whose house, miss, whose wall was fallen on him. Only that person is the rich merchant who has given me, means who had given me an order to prepare a jewelry. Now justice had come full circle. Full circle means, see, merchant, bricklayer, dancing girl, then goldsmith, then again merchant. Full circle. It is just full circle. And now the king thought about what? Back to the merchant. Once again, back to the merchant. When he was rudely summoned back to the court, he arrived crying, "It was not me but my father who ordered the jewelry. He is dead. I am innocent." Once again, the merchant was called. Once again, the merchant was summoned. Go and catch him. When he came to know that the king summoned him, the king called him, so he was very surprised to know that why he had again called. So he said it was not his mistake. It was not his mistake that he was called over there. It was the mistake of his father, that who had given the order, the jewelry. But now his father is no more. His father is dead. He was innocent, means he was just crying. He was just saying that I am innocent. I have not done anything. It was a mistake of my father. Why I have been called? Please leave me. I am innocent. So rudely summoned back to the court, and again he was in the court, and again we will see that what happened. So I think you have understood, and you are getting enjoy also this story. So once again I just want to tell that king, minister, thief's brother, merchant, then bricklayer, dancing girl, goldsmith. Okay. So here are the characters, and they are the characters, and it's very interesting, and I hope that you have understood. So please in next class I will explain next paragraph. So please watch it carefully and read your story carefully. Okay. So thank you so much, dear students.